fake combos a behind the back into a delayed anchor step. He drops his body weight and swipes with his off arm. With Aldama trailing, he steps in front of him and doesn't touch the ball with his offhand, making this a gather. He steps back into his first step while selling the pump fake, then uses his pivot for momentum for a step through.
Up and under, that is just impossible to defend.
Jalen Brunson floats to dribble laterally, making Buzelis slide, then drops into an anchor step but sees help at the free throw. So instead of driving the lane, Brunson patiently dribbles towards the defender, knowing as Bridges rotates down, the defender will have to follow him, and that's his window to drive. Again, patiently slows down, establishing his right foot as his pivot while showing the ball. Buzelis takes the bait, and as he's recovering, Brunson is jabbing outside his defensive frame, forcing him to commit to contesting as Brunson is pushing off his foot, pivoting to open space for the fade. VanVleet pivots to his side, and once Poole relaxes, he drops his weight, getting his foot outside of his defensive stance. Poole barely reacts, so VanVleet knows he can attack that top foot. He sets it up with a pivot back and does a negative step into a hard jab, making Poole slide. This time as Poole resets his stance, VanVleet does an intentionally slow jab towards that top foot, and once he gets his head under Poole's arm, he drops his weight and uses his off arm to prevent him from turning his hip. As Poole recovers, VanVleet gets low, leaning on him, and before Poole can ground himself with his back foot, Fred gives him a bump with his shoulder, knocking him back as he jumps into him with his off arm for the easy lay. Jalen Brunson attacks Wemby's top foot. As Wemby slides, Brunson drops into an anchor step, dropping his weight and attacking middle hard. As Wemby is moving laterally, Brunson is loading his back foot and attacking middle. Dribbles in front of Wemby, taking up his space and gives him a bump as both his feet are in there. He pushes his forearm into his hip, and while he's off balance, Brunson dribbles the other way into a pump fake. Victor moves towards the pump fake as Champagnie moves back to the corner to guard his man, leaving Brunson open for the lay. Kyrie drives and drops into a pound dribble, leaving Brooks lost. He hangs the ball out and waits for him to turn his hips to attack that top foot. The moment he sees those hips turn, he's crossing over to that weak foot. Brooks has to turn again. He drops his shoulder like he's threatening a drive to the basket, knowing Brooks will try to cut him off and brace for contact. So before Brooks can plant his other foot, Kyrie uses his to push him into this spin. He extends his arm out to claim space as he cuffs the ball to his chest with the other arm. He slows down on the jump and positions himself between the basketball and Brooks so he can't contest the easy layup.
With the basketball like Kyrie Irving.
Curry pushes Cade as Cade reaches and does it behind the back. Cade's out of the play, so Curry knows if he pump fakes, Cade will take the bait, leaving him open for a three. This time the ball touches the ground and gets so low on this jab step. Attacks Cade's top foot and pound dribbles into a shot hesitation. Cade closes out well, so Steph resets into a tween behind the back. Cade tries to get a hand on him, so Curry drives and counters into a behind the back as Cade reaches. Look at how Curry gets low and almost leans on him to keep this positional advantage to the rim. Instead of jumping vertically towards Cade, he jumps laterally with a hook shot for extra space. Jalen Brunson drops attacking Kyrie's top foot. Kai picks up both feet and pushes his hips against Brunson's to wall up as the help defender stunts. Brunson slows down into a post-up and attacks hard, making Kai slide both feet, leaving him vulnerable. Brunson has an elbow in Kyrie's chest, so before he can plant his back foot to ground himself, Jalen gives him a push in his chest while spinning back into open space. Kyrie catches the ball going into a triple threat, looking at the defender's feet and does a setup jab, getting a reaction out of him. Then right when the defender relaxes for a second, he drops his weight and loads his back foot like a spring. Instead of avoiding the defender and taking a wide angle, he drives through the defender, making him open his stance as Kyrie leans his weight on him. The defender regains his balance. Kyrie slows down like he's posting up, but before he dribbles, he transitions into a spin, elevating and finishing with soft touch. Tyrese Maxey hangs the ball out and goes between the legs towards the defender's top foot, looking at the rim while stepping back like he's shooting, making the defender jump towards him, putting the same top foot in a worse position, giving Maxey a lane. He transitions into a tween and drops his weight like he's driving hard, forcing the defender to turn his hips over to recover. Maxey gets his off arm on his torso, and as he plants his foot, Maxey stops his momentum with his plant and gives the defender a push as he snatches back. Instead of carrying his momentum from the step back backwards to avoid fading from three, during his dip, he uses his back foot to convert the lateral momentum vertically to lift up on balance for the jump shot.